Warning, the following video may contain very graphic images and very dark themes. Be warned, because this is plush, and it gets wicked real quick. For those of you who are lost in the sauce, don't worry about it, go check out my previous video. But a quick rundown is that our boy Devin was cheated on, and now he wants to leave his freakazoid wife, but her father wouldn't let him. He goes to turn up with his friend, who is a fairy. He tries to step into this fairy world, only to realize that a group of fairies are actual cannibals. Yup, you heard me absolutely right. Cannibals. Now, let us begin. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification button. Picking up from where we left off, Devin is honestly about to die, and he is terrified, hearing the jingles from the shadow. And not just him, another cop who was too innocent for his own good was left in the office, bound up. But he was not alone. Matter of fact, he was looking at something terrifying, something massive. This being was asking him a simple question. I hope you didn't eat all these donuts. You are a very fit man. Don't mess up your figure. Only to see that this being is a goddamn standing goat. He looked terrifying as fuck. To top it all off, he had blood all over his body. Worst of all, he was still asking him questions about his personal life. Are you a vegetarian? The cop said yes. Or rather, he murmured, mm-hmm. And the guy smiled, taking off his mask, saying, finally, I love vegetarians. Midway through his sentence, though, he heard the jingle, 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 and he realized, yeah, back to work. I'll be back for you. I promise. He took the fire extinguisher as he went to do his work. Back at the cells, though, Devin was going through it. He was getting his ass beat for no reason but not wanting to marry a freaky chick. You could even see he didn't want to fight. He didn't even have the strength to fight. Bruh, I'm warning you guys, there is someone here. The furries from earlier have found their way into the building. You have to protect me. The cops were just laughing. Oh my god, you're pathetic. What kind of drugs did you take, freak? It was a funny night for them until they heard the jingle jingle. They all reacted quickly, but not quickly enough, because she was in the room, and her tail, every inch of her, was a weapon. Heads went flying. She was dispatching police officers like she was a cat, jumping from person to person, digging her claws deep, and using her mask to chomp down on flesh. As Devin watched this happen, he screamed, I warned you. The rest of them were still reacting. What the hell am I watching? They were watching a fairy eat their friend. This was horrifying. The deputy who started all of this said, everybody run, break off, run for your life. He took off, leaving his friends behind. One could say he was really lucky because his friends were going to die regardless. Yeah, remember the goat from earlier? He used the extinguisher as a mace, and when he was done, he said, wow, that was disgusting. Next. The fellow cops went running for their very life. I mean, some of them were more courageous than the rest. The others, well, they went to hide. He was pathetic. I thought he was a big man. One of the few remaining cops alive was trying to protect himself. He had his gun out, only to turn around and get smothered. I mean, not a bad way to go, but it was still horrifying. He was screaming, fighting for his very life, fighting for air. And nothing came. Even when he passed, Shorty tore out his heart, bro. She wanted that shit. Everything was done. The only person left alive was Devin himself. But he was tired. He said, yeah, just do what you gotta do, please. I'm tired. You can see I'm done fighting. Just please make it quick. They knelt down, bruh. We're not here to kill you, my G. He paused for a second, waiting for all his friends to enter the room, asking the fish one to go watch over the cop who was handcuffed in the office. He wants to handle this himself, screaming to her, no, begging for her not to eat the vegan. He likes vegan. Devin, on the other hand, was confused. Are you going to eat me or not? And from the corner, the girl said, ew, you don't look tasty at all. The goatsman corrected, nah, we're just here to confirm something. Tell me what I saw was true. Tell me when you locked eyes with my friend here in the dog costume, you didn't feel something. You didn't feel love at first sight. You could tell this topic piqued the dog's interest because her mask flew open. Devin was confused. Love at first sight. Are you insane? That is ridiculous. The dog responding with, then I told you so. The goat man, however, didn't believe this to be true. He said, I know what I saw. But first, why don't you explain to us why these guys were trying to kill you? And also explain the situation with your ex, if you don't mind. Devin was confused. How did you know all of this? He said, I might have been reading your file. Anyways, Devin went on to explain everything. How his friend took him to a fairy party. How he told his friend about his situation. About how his girl was cheating on him and now she has a kid for another man. His life was pathetic. But while he was telling his story, the cop in the office was hyperventilating. Who the hell are these guys? Shorty in the fish suit was just watching him. Matter of fact, it got to a point she tried to seduce him, but this only terrified him more. He wanted to go home. Today is a bad day for him and a worse day for Devin because he finished his story and even the goat man was like, bruh, your life sucks. Your girl cheating on you with a cop. God damn. Hey, you know something? Why don't you come with us? This stunned Devin. What you mean? He said, look at your life. Your life is insane. Not to even bring up the corpses of the dead cops on the floor. Where you going back to? I mean, you could stay here, live a pathetic life, marry a woman you don't love, raise a kid that ain't yours, or you could come with us and see a world you have never ever experienced. This is your moment, my friend. Full disclosure though, if you rocked with us, you may end up getting eaten alive. I just have to tell you, before he walked out, followed by the dog lady. They were never going to force him to do what he didn't want to do. This was a choice, and low-key he knew it too. Either he stays here, gets blamed for everything, have to marry the pathetic girl, or he could rock with them and see if his life could get a little bit more flavorful. The logical part of his brain was tweaking out. What are you thinking about? This is a no. They eat people, bro. The adventurous side, though, remembered how beautiful the girl in the cat costume looked. I mean, she was hot and she was pretty. This was his moment. I mean, why stay here? Why live a pathetic life when you could go on an adventure? So he made his choice, and so he decided to rock with them. But he had one problem. Eaten alive. Is that a 100% thing? Because honestly, I'm not trying to be eaten alive. It sounds fun, and I'm not going to judge you if you want to, but I'm not with it. Can I rain check? Yup, the fun is just starting. So sit back, hit the subscribe button and the notification button because I drop a video every single day.